So many gadgets. Okay, hi, I'm Holly McFarland. I'm with East Texas Communities Foundation, and I am the PR director here at the foundation. And East Texas Giving Day is my my program that I will do, and I will be your tour guide to help you through to have a successful Giving Day event. So I will do my best to get you guys there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and we will go ahead and get started. This video will be recorded. It will then be posted on the East Texas Giving Day website under the About Nonprofit Resources tab, so that you can go in and look at it as many times as you need to. So I'm going to take the webcam down so that I can share my slides, and we'll go ahead and get started. Okie dokie. This is for first timers to East Texas Giving Day. This is what we're going to work on. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to tell you first a little bit about East Texas Communities Foundation. We were founded in 1989, and in those 30 years, we've had about 188, give or take, million in contributions, granted about 121 million. And I am happy to say that 2021 was our largest granting year of all time. We granted approximately 17 million and some change to a vast variety of nonprofits across the country, but a lot of that, over half, was right here in East Texas. 134 million is about what we're under current management, and that's between about 406 charitable funds, and about half of what we have is endowed, which means it will be here forever, long past you and I. That's the best part, and the most exciting part about what we do is that our funds are sticky and they stick around. So we are a nonprofit corporation, 501c3 public charity, just like many of you. We serve both individuals and nonprofits, and we cover 32 counties. It's a lot of real estate. We focus on charitable fund administration. That's what we do. While a lot of you guys are out there helping homeless and working with suicide prevention and women's and children's needs, we are really a nonprofit that focuses on charitable fund administration, and we do that through 5 different kinds of fund types. So the first is a donor advised fund. It's really like a donor's charitable checking account. So someone would put some funds in this account, and then they could grant them out just like they would from their personal checking accounts. But what makes them unique is the way that the fund is created. A lot of the times it's through a complex asset or something of that needs a little bit of extra fine tuning. So we can talk a little bit about that in a little bit. Nonprofit funds benefit a single charity. They can be funded by the nonprofit or by donors. They are permanent. These are the kind of funds that stick around and just give distributions out to the nonprofit that they benefit. Scholarship funds are really the bread and butter right now. That is one of our focus points of our programs area right now. Scholarship funds are pretty much, everyone understands. I mean, that's how I went to college, was on scholarship funds. Scholarship funds are created to help students fulfill their educational needs and academic interest. They are a lot of the times created to memorialize a loved one or a passion or field of study. Right now it's scholarship season at ETCF. And so if you have a graduating senior or no one that is looking for some cash to go to school, they should go to etcf.org and go to our scholarships page. Scholarships, the deadline for registration for those or to apply is February 1st. We have some that go through March 1st, but either way, the students really need to get in there and get after it so that they can be considered for those gifts. Designated funds. Designated funds are kind of our catch-all. They can be a field of interest. They can benefit a single charity or multiple charities. They're kind of the Swiss Army knife, so to speak. They kind of do all the stuff that gets a little complicated, I guess I should say. Oops, hang on, I've lost my clicker. There you go. And unrestricted fund. Many communities foundations have unrestricted funds. ETCF does have one. We use the funds that are in our unrestricted fund to create the prizes for East Texas Giving Day. Donors use ETCF. So this is one of the questions that we see the most, and so I thought I'd explain a little bit about why someone would use us instead of giving a gift directly to the charity. So a lot of the times it's to maximize a tax savings. So the Jobs and Whatever Act that was passed in 2018 really accelerated some of this. So they want to maximize that tax savings. So whenever they made it where individuals or married couples didn't really need to itemize their taxes any longer, this bunching of gifts became a popular solution so that they can maximize their tax benefit. A good example of that is at the end of the year in 2021, a donor came to us and gifted $1 million and then turned around on like January 10th and did another $1 million. So that is how they wanted to accentuate what their giving was about, and they wanted to be able to maximize their tax benefits. So they gave this complex asset to us for that. It helps them accomplish a charitable objective, to fund a passion or a field of interest. So we had a funder here who wanted to, his mom was a nurse, and he wanted the nursing field to have some, he wanted to help nursing students. And so he created a fund here that funds nursing schools, that allows them to have like, they can put in, it's a grant opportunity where all these local colleges can put in applications and tell the committee about projects that they have, and then he and his committee will help fund those interesting projects at nursing schools. So it just helps you fund a passion or a field of interest, is one of the reasons why people use us. Those weird complex assets, real estate, business, someone wanted to give us wind turbines. There's lots of weird things that we work with that we have experts in those fields that help us. And so bringing those appreciated assets to us is a reason why individuals use us instead of going directly to a nonprofit. And we allow them to do things anonymously and protect their identity. A lot of people just want to give out of the generosity of their heart, and they don't want to be known for it, and we help them do that. So another asset that we bring is estate planning. Some people need to move assets out of their estate so that their estate comes down in value a little bit, which we help them do that. We also help people with testamentary giving. So they may do check account cash giving right now, but upon their death, when they settle their estate, they'll leave a gift here that will benefit forever their favorite charity. We help with legacy planning and elder care. So like my mom is a good example. You know, they get inundated with ask, they get inundated with mailers, and sometimes it just gets a little foggy about who they've supported and when. So we have a donor stewardship team here that helps some of our more seasoned givers, and we can help them know, like run a report of these are all the individuals that you've helped or all the organizations that you've helped, and this is the amount that you've done. And so we just kind of help keep everything clear and concise for them, all in one place. So how can ETCF affect philanthropy in East Texas? Philanthropy builds community and changes lives, and ETCF supports philanthropy by offering simple ways for donors to achieve their charitable goals. We do that through motivating people to increase their philanthropy, communicate messages about philanthropy, and provide this simple platform, easttexasgivingday.org, for the public to support nonprofits. So, what is East Texas Giving Day? It is a regional online giving campaign. It takes place at easttexasgivingday.org. Anything and everything that you need to know as a nonprofit participating in Giving Day can be found on easttexasgivingday.org. It happens Tuesday, April 26th from 6 to midnight. If you're ever curious about when Giving Day is going to be, it is the last Tuesday in April. So think about that. You know, like if it's November and you're planning next year's calendar, think Giving Day is the last Tuesday in April whenever you're planning your development strategies. It is an opportunity to build community between nonprofits, donors, board, volunteers, and media, as well as accelerate community needs. We want people to know what's out there. It capitalizes on the media because on that day, I work really hard at getting all of the media attention on the day to go towards you nonprofits. And the great thing is anyone can be a philanthropist on Giving Day. You do not have to be Oprah Winfrey to participate in this event. This allows the man on the street with $10 in his pocket to be a contributor on this day and support their community. So we started this little experiment in 2016, and over the course of the years, it has grown and now has become a fan favorite. So in 2021 was our greatest year of giving for this event. We raised $2.8 million for participating nonprofits, which was a 27% increase over the previous year. It was really exciting. I don't see any reason why this year that we can't beat that. I'm projecting that we should get over $3 million raised, but of course, that's up to the public and how much contributions they want to make. But I really think that that the community anticipates this event, looks forward to this event, and will continue to give financially on this event. Okay, so as a new nonprofit, what you need to know. You have to pay a registration fee. But the reason we do that is because I pull all those registration fees together into one bucket and then look at where my registrations are, where the core of my nonprofits are, and then I drill down into those communities and figure out where their media partners are. And then I try really hard to make a connection with the different and various media outlets so that we can promote in your community. So the more saturation of nonprofits in your community, the more media I can buy in that area. I do my best to get as much coverage across as I possibly can. I also use this registration fee to buy social media, which is very helpful because on social media, as I'm sure most of you are aware by now, you can drill down and by zip code. And so I will focus on zip codes in the area of where my nonprofits are. So that's very helpful to use those demographics and things to help get attention for you guys. Nonprofits are encouraged to promote their involvement. So what I do, like I just said, was I take all your registration fees and I buy a media buy across because I do the global marketing, the umbrella marketing of the whole event. It is up to each participating nonprofit to plead your case. It is up to you to get on social media, through your newsletter, through mail outs, through poster board, whatever you got to do to tell the world about why you and your organization need their support. We offer complimentary trainings to support your work here in East Texas Giving Day's campaign. These trainings, whether you participate in East Texas Giving Day or not, are free for you to participate in, and I encourage you to because the skills that we try to teach and share will help you throughout the year in your fundraising. So why would someone want to participate in Giving Day? Well, it's a great way for you to engage your volunteers, donors, staff, and board members in a different and new way. Giving Day is a fun event. It is exciting. It has a timeline, and it gives a clear and concise message to like a board member on what you want them to do. You want them to go on their social media and share this post or whatever you ask them to do. But it's a great way for you to engage those that are the closest to you. It combines storytelling and technology to promote your mission. So through East Texas Giving Day, we encourage you to use video, lots of social media chatter, things like that to support your mission outside of what you normally would do. It celebrates the donors. This is a great time to not only say, we need this because, but it's a great time to say, we love you because you did this. You helped us reach our goal. You helped us meet our match. Whatever it is that, it's a celebration of the community, not just about we got this, but it's about how our neighbors helped us get to the point of where we were, where we met our goals. And it's a low-cost entry point into attracting new donors. That $100 registration fee is a very minimal cost if you compare it to if you were to do mailers or buy an address list or things like that. you're getting a lot of marketing attention through this event. So it's a great low-cost way to attract new folks to your mission. And like I said, it creates that sense of urgency. This is a timed event. It is over at midnight on April 26th. So that sense of urgency helps accelerate when you're doing your please support us before midnight, and all those different kind of campaign asks. Okay, so what to expect? East Texas Giving Day is an exciting, unifying community event with an opportunity to engage your base and attract new donors. It's also a way to convert existing donors onto an online platform, whether it's through their phone or at their desktop. It is a way for them to use an electronic device to start making donations to you instead of just mailing in paper checks. It is not a quick fundraising fix. It is not the magic bullet. If your organization is struggling and you don't have funding to pay this week's salary, it may not be the best fit for you. You need to focus on some other areas. It is not something that requires little to no attention. You cannot sign up for this event and never touch it again. You have to put some effort into it. As much effort as you put in is what you're going to get in return, just like with anything. If you want to lose weight, you can't keep eating donuts. You got to stop and go work out and do all the things that it takes to lose weight. So this is not for the faint of heart. If you're going to sign up to participate in Giving Day, I expect you to put the effort in to promote your agency. And it is not a guaranteed success. Not everyone on the platform raises $100,000. There are going to be those organizations that only raise back $100. You have to get above the noise. You have to promote yourself, and you have to really work at it. This is, like I said, it is not a I'm signed up and I'm done type situation. So keep that in mind as we move forward. There are pros to participating in Giving Day. Like I said, the trainings. The trainings alone are worth the $100 registration fee. Even though I do not charge for any of the trainings, they are worth it to help you learn new skills as you move forward with your fundraising. You gain exposure, community awareness for the nonprofit. Like I said, I do lots of media, but you will learn that through this event, we will coach you on how to get your own media. In the past, I've even had media experts from local TV or magazines talk about how to get that interview with a local reporter. Support. You will get increased community awareness about your mission and what you're doing in the community. And it's a great way to engage your current followers. So people who already work and celebrate the things that you do, East Texas Giving Day is a way for them to do that publicly. Most giving happens quietly behind the scenes, so the world is never aware. But this is a great opportunity for you to celebrate, and for those board members to celebrate that they are on your board. There's a lot of people who serve on boards and don't really talk about it. So this is a great non-threatening way for a board member to say, hey, I love, the dog pound or whatever it is, whatever your organization's called. And so it is a great way for them to say, I support this agency, I love my dogs, and this is what I do. Okay, so of course, with every pro, there's a con. So the con is it costs money. This is not a free event. It costs $100 to register or $125, depends on if you drag your feet. Initial investment to participate. There also could be other costs if you have something printed, if you have signs made, if you buy ads on social media, if you host an event. So there are costs outside of your registration fee that you need to think about as you begin to build your Giving Day campaigns. There is time. Time costs money. You have staff that could be doing other things. So you got to think about how much time do we want to give the event, and what is the benefits of that time that we invest in the event. There is also a funding delay. So April 26th at midnight, I can't get the money out, by April 27th at 10 a.m. When the money comes in, we have to wait a couple of weeks for the credit cards to settle. Sometimes we have some individual donors that dispute a gift, and that's fine too, but we have to go through all that, and that's time. You got to let the time go through for all that. then we can get the money out. And it usually takes us, we give ourselves 6 to 8 weeks, but we are much faster than that typically. And last year, I know we had it out before June 1st, but I'm fairly confident within 4 weeks after the event, we had the money out. But just know that it's not instant. The money will not be in your bank accounts 2 weeks after the event. And again, there are no guarantees. I cannot convince a donor to support your particular agency. I can do my best to make them aware of the event and all the greatness that you're doing, but I can't make them pull out their wallets. That's your job. Okay, so who can participate in Giving Day? Any 501c3 in good standing that is located in or primarily serves one of the 32 counties in our service area. You pay that registration fee, and you can do it by credit card. I will accept checks, and that's something we can work out on the side if you need to. But you have to pay that before you can create your profile. So if you register before February 28th at 5 p.m., it'll only cost you $100. If you wait, then there's a slight increase to $125. And now, again, part of the reason why I want you to register as soon as possible is because A, you're committed to the event, you start thinking about the event, and you're investing your efforts into the event. But beside that, I have to start really working to figure out what is the best use of our media dollars for this event. I need to know where the bulk of my charities are so that I can start building those relationships with the reporters and the anchors and the magazines and print media in those other communities. So I need time to do that. I can't just wait until April to do that. So the quicker you guys register, then we can start building those connections in those communities. Okay, so if you're a new nonprofit and you want to participate in Giving Day, first thing you're going to say is, how do I register? So you go to the homepage of easttexasgivingday.org and you click either of these registration buttons. It doesn't matter, they both take you to the same spot. And then you're going to click the no, this is our first East Texas Giving Day ever, okay? So once you get to that screen, it's a simple little questionnaire. It has very basic information. It wants your EIN, organization's name, a phone number, and email. So part of the reason why I need your phone number and your email is because my program officer who helps me make sure that you are a viable 501c3, she has to go through, and sometimes she has to go and check you out, and she may have some confusion. So she needs a email or a phone where she can reach you to call and ask some questions. But once you're approved, you'll receive an email that will give you a link so that you can log in and create your password and start getting after your profile. You'll be asked once you get into the system you'll be asked to pay. So what you do is you click My Public Profile. This is whenever you're inside. You've already created your password, you're logged in. This is what the first things you're going to see. You're going to click My Public Profile. You're going to pay online with a credit card. I think you can also pay by check, and if you do that, then you pay with your routing number and stuff from your bank account, but most people just pay with a credit card. You will be emailed a receipt instantly, and then you can start creating your profile. Once you've paid, the My Public Profile will launch with your editable screen where you put in your mission statement and those kind of things. Once you're done, or once you get to that screen, you have to click Edit Profile. The Edit Profile button allows you to open up that page so that you can start putting in your mission statement, your logo, all those kind of things. And when you're done, you have to submit for approval. What you're doing whenever you submit it to me is I kind of loosely look over it, make sure you've got most of your information in there. Nothing, I don't really check for spelling, but if I see an obvious error, I will call you and let you know. But then I push it out live so that it's on the front page of the Giving Day site. Your dashboard, this is what you're going to see whenever you log into your account at any time. Up here at the very top, it says dashboard. Okay, so that's going to get you back to this screen no matter where you are on any of those tabs at the top. Always click dashboard and it brings you back to this home page. Announcements are on the left of your screen. There's a video, so whenever you get into this page, you can click the video and you can watch it as you fill out your profile. It kind of guides you along. On the right-hand side are milestones and deadlines. So it kind of is a guide to help you as we count down towards the event. I think all of the green ones, no, maybe it's, yeah, I think it's the green ones. If you click on those, that's how you can get signed up for other future trainings. It's a shortcut to get to some of the trainings. Okay, so whenever you're updating your profile, all nonprofits must update their profile before submitting for approval. You've got to add your CEO, email. If you have match money, there's several things in there that you need to fill in. There's a video. Again, make sure you watch that video if you have any questions about completing your profile. You should plan to update your info in one setting. Now, I have to admit, this is a huge drawback, but I've worked with a technology company and they have not fixed it yet. So fingers crossed that one day they will. But whenever you get in and you click edit on your profile, you can't just save it. You have to finish it at one setting. And it's not a complicated thing that you have to fill out, but it's frustrating that you can't save it and come back to it. So I have a cheat. If you are working along and you need to stop what you're doing, then any space that you didn't fill in, say your office phone number or your address, fill it in with zeros, and that will be like a space holder. But just come back before April 21st and fix all that. April 21st is the lockout date where you can't adjust your profile any longer. And then once finished, again, you have to click that submit for approval. It's how I push your how I push your landing page live on the Giving Day site. But again, you can log back in anytime between now and April 21st and update your information. So if you put that you don't have an executive director right now because you've got some being interviewed, but by March 1st you hire this individual, you need to go in and add their name as to fill in that space for your executive director. So you can do anything you want to update your profile information between now and April 21st. Okay, so your landing page. Your landing page has about 4 tabs of nonprofit data that you, as the representative of your organization, add in there. You can put an overview of your work. You can put in your programs. You can put in any future events that you may have or events that are happening on Giving Day, as well as volunteer opportunities. Another interesting thing, the red box that's up there, this is One Man's Treasure. So that red box up there is a critical needs field, and you can add that as well if you have something. You don't have to, but it is a great call to action. You can upload video or photos. The videos, if you want to upload those, have to be YouTube links. So just a quick FYI on that. If you want to upload your YouTube video, you create the video, create yourself a YouTube account if you don't have one yet for your organization, upload the video to YouTube, and then copy the short URL that YouTube has that you paste into this. If you get confused later on, I will help you with that. I may put together a quick PDF of that and throw it over on the resources page, because I think every year this kind of confuses some startups. So I will try to put that together in a step-by-step explanation about how you get the YouTube link. How do donors give? So after you've registered, your organization is live on the website. How do donors give? You direct all donors to easttexasgivingday.org. You do not send them to your personal website page. You don't send them to your PayPal account. You don't send them to your Facebook giving portal. They go to easttexasgivingday.org. All of your marketing materials should have easttexasgivingday.org / the name of your organization. Whenever that you create your page, and I'll show you how to do all that here in a little bit, but you direct all of the donations for this one day to easttexasgivingday.org. The smallest donation that someone can give on the site is $10, and donors can search in a variety of different manners. There's a matching field filter, there's a critical needs filter, a county filter, a zip code filter. There's lots of ways for donors to narrow it down to find you or to find them just in their specific county that they care about. Gift acknowledgement or tax receipts are sent automatically via email to the donor as soon as their gift is made. So it keeps the admin off of you guys. You guys do not have to send tax acknowledgments, but you do have to send thank you notes. But we'll get, that's part of our donor stewardship training that we'll do later on. Okay, so the leaderboard tracks the gifts by the organizations, the donors, the dollars raised, match money, total number of gifts, right? Charities can view and acknowledge donors at any time through the back end on their portal. Organizations will receive their donations 6 to 8 weeks after the event, like we just talked about. This is an example, this photo is an example of the Texas Shakespeare Festival. Whenever we, the first year that they participated and we hand delivered their check, we were doing a site visit as well. But it's a great opportunity, for us to come and visit you. Sometimes we do those special hand delivery checks. Okay, so another question that nonprofits ask is, online giving is fabulous, but my donors only want to give cash or check. Okay, can that count towards Giving Day? And the answer is yes. We will enter those on your behalf as an offline donation. How I've figured out how to do it, or what we've done in the past, is that we give a spreadsheet to all of our participating nonprofits. You just need to send it back to us by April 26th at 5 p.m. and we will enter those that evening as an offline donation for you. I will make sure you have a spreadsheet to do this by April 1st. You can, checks will not count towards prizes. Anything that I enter as an offline donation will not count towards a prize, but it will go towards your match, because all the money that you're raising for this campaign outside of the portal and through the digital portal should and does go towards your match. I just can't track it for prizes. Cash and check should be processed and receipted by the nonprofit as you would any other gift that comes in your door. Okay, here's some issues that we've had with these offline donations. So do not include your match money. The match is already in the system. So whenever you submit it on that offline report, then I enter it in and you're really doubling up, but it's not new money. It's the same money that's already in the system. So be real careful and cognizant of that as we move forward. And please only send me the report once. You may think you're done with fundraising at 10 a.m. on Giving Day, but then some very generous individual walks into your office with a $10,000 check. Well, you want that to count, right? So you send me a second copy of your spreadsheet. Well, for me, there's a lot going on Giving Day, and I have a hard time keeping up with all the email that's coming through on that day anyway. So I don't want you to be left out. I want to make sure that all that gets counted. But just do me a favor and let's work together and just send me that report once at the end of the day, sometime close to 5 o'clock. And I promise I will do you right and get it in the system correctly. But just help me out while I help you. Okay, so there are fees. If you do business in this world with a credit card, there is a fee. It's probably just baked into the price of the goods or services that you're buying. To a fault, ETCF is very upfront about the fees because we want everyone to know that there is a cost to this platform. ETCF does not make any money off of this event. The vendor that helps us with the Giving Day portal gets 3%, and a credit card company that we use, or the credit card service that we use, gets 2.26%, which comes to the 5.26. We have no control over the fee. Thankfully, even in the current environment that we are in with all that's going on, our fee has stayed the same. Our credit card vendor is still at 2.26%. So think about it like this. I know that a lot of people have pushback from the fees. They don't like the fee. And I know it's hard it's hard, but this is how this online portal works. So for every $100 that someone gives you, $5.26 is going to be feed. That other $94 goes directly to your organization. The great part about it is people who support you on Giving Day know that there are fees to conduct business, and 84% of our donors covered the fees in 2021. So the majority of nonprofits never have to pay the fee. The donor does it on your behalf because they want you to receive the full amount of the donation. They want you to be successful. But just know that that 5.26% is going to be tacked on to every gift or every donation that goes through this portal. Okay, donor stewardship. Again, we have a training on donor stewardship. I think it's in April this year, but you'll receive on Giving Day, you have access to log into your profile and review your donor report. So every time a gift comes in, your organization receives an email that says, "Congratulations, you've just received a gift." You can log on and see who that was from. You will receive on this Excel spreadsheet the name, the phone number, the address, the email. If this individual has volunteer interest, you will receive whatever phone number they put in, which is typically their cell phone number. You can export it as an Excel file. And remember, those tax letters are already sent on your behalf. All you have to do is send a thank you note. Now, this donor report to me is very exciting because your donors are affluent and they can move around and move from this zip code to another zip code, and they don't ever have to tell you that they've moved. However, it is very unlikely that this same individual will ever change their cell phone number or their email address. So the great thing about this electronic giving portal is that you capture that data. So if Bob Smith leaves and moves to a different zip code in your area, you can still contact him because you have his email and you have his cell phone or his phone number from this event. So this is a great data collection resource for you guys. Like I said, you can also learn about volunteer interest. So we want Giving Day to be more about, or to also include the ability to someone to give their time as well as their finances. So this is a great donor steward way for you guys to build a deepening relationship with that donor. At checkout, the donor can select yes or no if they would like to be informed about volunteer opportunities at your organization. So in order for this prompt to come up in the blue on the donor, when the donor's making their donation, you have to, on your profile, click the little button at the very bottom of your thing that says ask the donor for volunteer interest. If you don't opt in, then that prompt won't come up. And really, if you don't have volunteer opportunities, that's fine. But if you do, this is a great way to inform the public that you are seeking volunteers and that your organization needs that commitment. Last year, 17,000 and some change hours were pledged to nonprofits. We had some like really fabulous organizations that had some stellar hours committed, like Hispanic Business Alliance. Someone volunteered 2,000 working hours for them. I mean, those are exciting. Those are your loyalists. This is a great donor stewardship tool. If someone is committing to you this much time, then you've got to, they're invested in your organization, and it's just a great opportunity for you to really work on that relationship with these individuals. Celebration pages. Last year we called them peer-to-peer. Basically what it is you're getting your fans, your board. This is a great way to get board members involved. Because this is a happy event. Giving Day is a feel good. So these are celebration pages that a donor can create to benefit your organization. Celebration pages automatically are approved, so you as the admin don't have anything to worry about. You will be notified when one is created, and you can go in and review and remove it if you want to, if you don't like the language that they use. Or again, as a donor stewardship moment, you can call the individual and talk to them about the language that they used and have them refine it maybe. And you will get emails as soon as a celebration page is made and as soon as a donation is made through a celebration page. So there's advanced and early giving as well. So early giving starts on April 4th, and donors can go to the site and start making gifts to your organization. They are processed as soon as the donation is made, so that money shows up directly in your pool, so that you know how much money is coming in. You can thank the donors immediately. So you get on those little retro phones and you call your donor and you say, "Oh my gosh, this is exciting. Thank you for making an early gift on East Texas Giving Day." Oops, sorry. You can also then on Giving Day reach back out to those individuals that have already expressed interest in supporting you. And you can tell them, "Hey, today's East Texas Giving Day. Follow along on our social media channel." Or if you're close to your goal, but you haven't quite met it, then maybe by the end of the evening, you email everyone who's already supported you and say, "Wow, this is how close we are. If you have another, if you want to make another gift, this is a great time. Or if you have a friend or family member that might be interested in giving, then we're this close to our goal." It's a great way, these individuals, that you can reach back out to them because you'll already have all of their information. Okay, so there are benefits in participating in Giving Day. We've talked about a lot of them, but we're going to recap them. You capitalize on a moment in time. It's 18 hours that brings energy and momentum to a particular cause or organization. You can reach a broad range of donors using social media. You can attract donors outside of your normal reach. It levels the playing field. So I don't care if you're a $50,000 a year budget organization or if you're a $500,000 budget a year organization. Everyone has an equal opportunity. You all receive the same type of landing page. You all receive the same kind of training. I promote you all equally. It really levels the playing field, and those that don't have a marketing team, the resources that we provide really elevate what you're able to do, because I try to make this as simple as possible for you. I try to provide as many marketing and branding materials to make your day easier, because if you're out saving, working with homeless individuals or something in your community, then that's really what your bread and butter is. It's not the marketing for East Texas Giving Day. That's my job. So I try to provide as many materials to make this as easy as I possibly can so that you can spend a few hours a week on it and be successful. And again, this event allows you to build data. It allows you to build a relationship with the individuals that are supporting you and get more data on them than what you normally would have. We created a handbook to help the nonprofits. Again, I know that you're not all, marketing. This is not maybe your best asset, so to speak. So I've put together all kinds of things in this handbook to help you and guide you along. There's tips, tricks, checklists, email and donor templates where all you have to do is cut and paste and plug in your information. There's social media tips. I've created mock communications calendars. All that can be found on easttexasgivingday.org under nonprofit resources. Okay, so now you have to decide if this event really fits your organizational goals. You have to get your board and your team committed to it. You must register by March 31st. I cannot accept any registrations past that date. You create your strategy, figure out your who, what, when, how are we going to do this, what's our plan. If you have an event, so in the past, some organizations have hosted on-site open houses. If you do something like that, let me know. That is something that our local media might be interested in attending. They like on Giving Day to do live shots. So if you're doing something, let me know. I will do my best to get the word out to the media partners. And I can't tell you enough, promote, 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 promote. If you are in, I'm just going to say, if you are in Smith County and you know that there are, 16 organizations that you are friends with, promote them as well. Cross promote each other on your social media channels. The more awareness about the event, the more people will come to the event to figure out what all of this is about, and they will find organizations that they love. It's not in this presentation, it's in another presentation that I did on the kickoff, but donors support multiple organizations through this giving site. Last year, one particular donor gave to 25 different organizations through the Giving Day portal. That's huge. That means somebody came on, they went to this site, and they added, all of their favorite charities into one shopping cart and checked out at the end. So promote, 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 and cross promote your friends, because it will just elevate you and raise awareness. You can like ETCF on Facebook. I try to share, as we get closer and closer to Giving Day, more and more information that you can just click and share out to your networks. And again, it just raises awareness for everyone involved. Okay, so Giving Day signs. You may have seen it throughout this presentation. There was images of individuals holding these Giving Day signs. We have those printed. It is very expensive, but we do have those printed, and I will try to create a distribution opportunity, probably a drive-through event in each community. I'll let you know when those will happen, probably in March. But when we get closer to that, I will send out a email to all participating charities so that you guys can make plans to come and pick up your Giving Day sign. And again, I will only allow probably 2 signs per participant, because they are very expensive to produce. But it is a great resource and tool. They make great marketing campaign. They take great photos with them. Okay, so this is a list of our upcoming webinars. And again, you can reach all of this online at easttexasgivingday.org. But this is a list of our upcoming trainings. Our next big training won't be until February, and it's over matching funds. And matching funds are a real critical part of Giving Day. It really accelerates people's ability to raise funds. Last year, $1.4 million of the total 2.8 was raised with individuals or with nonprofits that had matching funds. So it is a great component. It's not required, but it sure can elevate your fundraising. We also will work with a social media guy here in town. He will help lead the social media basics. There's a webinar on celebration pages, which is those peer-to-peer fundraising pages. We do prizes as part of East Texas Giving Day. So I release those prizes on March 29th. And then again, donor stewardship, which to me is the bread and butter of what this whole event is about, is celebrating the generosity of our community. And you can sign up for any of these, even on the day of. Okay, so those trainings, why are they important? Because those nonprofits that attended one or more last year did 40% better in their fundraising than those that attended nothing. So I encourage you, and first of all, just coming to this one today is a step in the right direction. The more you know, the better you'll do. And then here is a shortcut to the important dates. Again, $100 registration through the end of February. It bumps up to $125. That's whenever registration ends on March 31st. Profiles are locked, which means you can't go in and edit anything after April 21st. Early giving starts April 4th. And at April 4th, this show is on the road. On April 4th is whenever donors can start going to the site and start making gifts. And when that happens, it is all hands on deck, because money starts coming through, and it's really exciting on the back end to see the gifts that are coming in. And then April 26th, just hold on to your hats, and we just wait and see how far that ticker can go up. I know we can get over 3 million in on the system, and because we've got great nonprofits and great donors in this community. So I'm really looking forward to see where we land. So if you have questions, feel free to email me or call here at the office. I'm going to pop over here now and see if there's any questions in the thing over here, or to see if there's a chat, if anyone's entered anything. So if you have a question, feel free to enter it here. Or like I said, if you're shy, then you can just wait and email me after this webinar is over. Again, this webinar will be recorded, and you can go back and watch it at any time. Last week's kickoff webinar is already posted. I do recommend that you go and review that one, because it has a lot more of the meat and potatoes. This was kind of just a grand overview of like some of the terminology and things that you need to know if you want to participate in Giving Day. All right, so since I don't see any chat, let me see, I'll pop this back on. Since I don't see anything in the chat and I don't see anything in the questions just yet, I'm assuming that I've answered all your questions. So again, if you do have any questions following all of this, then feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to answer your questions, and I look forward to working with you. So good luck and happy East Texas Giving Day.